Hey everybody, Miss Thompson here. I'm going to show you how to figure out how much mix is needed for one serving of pancakes, and then I'm going to tell you the total amount of mix needed for this many servings. So what we're going to need is a couple of pieces of information. First of all, I need to know how many pancakes Peter, pancake eater, can eat. He can eat 3 pancakes. So, which means that one serving is going to equal 3 pancakes. Okay, so Peter Pancake Eater is going to eat 3 pancakes. All right. So now we look at the recipe, and this right at the top says makes 12 to 18 pancakes. Well, I don't want 12 pancakes. I only want to make 3 pancakes to figure out how much for one person. If I'm going to have a lot of people, I'm going to have to get it down to how many pancakes one person can eat first, and then I can figure out any number of pancakes. So this one says it makes 12 to 18 pancakes. So let's just see how many people we can feed if everybody has 3 pancakes. We've got 12 pancakes in our recipe. Okay, so what that means is that each person can eat 3 pancakes. That means 12 pancakes can feed 4 people. Alright, so let's move these out of the way. This is too big, so if I can hang on to the idea that make 12 pancakes is going to equal 4 people, okay? I only want to get down to 1 person. So in order to get from 4 people back down to 1 person, I'm going to have to divide everything by 4. Which means I had 2 cups of mix to make 12 pancakes. Now I'm going to have to divide this number by 4 in order to get how many cups of mix it would need to make 3 pancakes for 1 person. So when I do that, move this over a little bit. I'm just going to write over here on the side. I'm going to have 2 cups of mix, and I need to divide that into 4. All right, so I need to know how many times 4 goes into 2. So how can I figure that out? Well, let's think about this. If I was going to write this into a fraction, it would go 2 divided by 4. So I could write it in a fraction, and that might help me out because they're whole numbers. But I could also say how many times 4 goes into 2. So I got 2, and then I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I can have, well, no, only half of them would be used to cover 2. So, well, that's my answer, 1/2, okay? So now I know the mix needed for 1 serving of pancakes, which is enough pancakes for 1 Peter Pancake Eater, is going to be 1/2 cup. Okay, and it doesn't matter, this whole column is going to be 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup. Because all I wanted to know in this column is mix needed for 1 serving of pancakes. So 1 serving of pancakes is always going to be 1/2 cup. Now, in order to find the total amount of mix needed for this many servings, so 1 number of servings of pancakes needed. I only need 1 serving of pancakes, and I need 1/2 cup of mix. So 1 times 1/2 cup is still 1/2 cup. Now it's where it gets a little complicated, because I'm going to have to multiply 3 times 1/2. Well, what is 3 when we think about it? Can we write 3 in fraction form? Sure, we can. And that'll be 3 over 1. Then it's just straight multiplying across. So 3 times 1 is 3. And then 1 times 2 is 2. Now that fraction's a little heavy on top. And so I'm going to have to make it a mixed number. And it'll be 1 1/2 cups. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing down here. 5, if we write 5 as a fraction, it'll be 5 over 1. We're going to multiply by half a cup, because no matter what, it's still going to take half a cup to make 1 serving. So multiplying straight across, 5 times 1 is 5. 1 times 2 is 2. That's a little top heavy, so I'm going to make that into a mixed number. 2 goes into 5. Let's see. 2 times, and then there's 1 left over, and I keep the denominator, so it's 2.5 cups. Then I'm going to multiply 10 times a half. 10 as a fraction is 10 over 1. Multiplying straight across, it's 10 over 2. Whoop! That was a nice easy one. 5. So, what can I use if I was going to make an equation? Let me see. Y is going to equal something times x. So what do I have to multiply x by in order to get to y? Oh, well look, 1/2. 1/2. So if I was going to make an equation, it would be y equals 1/2